She died because S.H.I.E.L.D. killed her.
It was Hank.
Ooh, bacon.
Hey everybody, Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be getting into the latest episode of What If, which, once again, I have no idea what it's called because Marvel never tells us ahead of time with these things.
Wouldn't want to spoil the fun.
Let me see. Oh wow, this one's got a dire title, guys. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes? That's going to be interesting to see. There's not really any speculation, going into these, so no point in really talking a lot ahead of time. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I like it, using the movie giant titles.
I know, I've heard the speech.
Then you realize what's at stake.
Which is why I'm surprised you'd want to bet the future of the Avengers initiative on that.
That doesn't sound like Scarlett Johansson.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the donut. Hit him.
God, what'd she just do to me?
What did we just do for you? That's lithium dioxide. It's going to take the edge off.
It's not a cure. It just abates the symptoms.
Stark, you okay?
He's dead.
Where humans see chaos, I see the crucible that would transform this collection of individuals into a team of heroes.
The Loki smash is everyone's favorite
At least,
thing.
that's how things played out in one universe. But in this one...
I can't get over these titles.
Wow, so serious. Maybe we should get some tunes going. You guys are no fun. Here, mind holding these for me?
Of course, What?
What?
Stop
Took that long enough to react to that.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
It's been happening all night. The artifact has a bit of an attitude. Also, no one can lift it. Not even Jackson. And he does CrossFit.
Something that powerful goes missing. Someone always comes looking.
I got visual on the intruder. He's a Caucasian male, mid-20s, with really great hair.
Excuse me?
It's an accurate description. Sir, he's gorgeous.
It is an accurate description. I wish I still had hair.
Bob!
Granted, it would never have been as glorious as that.
Fury, now or never.
Hold your... Damn it, Martin. I told you to stand down.
I did. Wasn't me.
I'm actually genuinely surprised that an arrow from Barton would kill him anyway, even though he was in human form. I just thought about the dumbness of what I just said. He's a complete humanoid now, or human now. So of course.
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. Barton. Barton. Coulson, get a medic.
How could this... Who did you let in here?
No one. Come on, stay with me.
Now I'm beginning to wonder if there is a through line of the what ifs. Like, is something attacking the multiverse? Is this Kang?
No.
Wow. Even while rotting, he smells like lavender.
Really?
Huh. You got a side job, Dr. Ross?
What? I don't know. A student must have left it there.
I got bad news and worse news. You in a secure location?
Not currently.
Barton's dead.
They were like best friends. I'm going back and forth on the voice actress. Is this Scarlett Johansson? Because sometimes it sounds a lot like her, and other times it doesn't.
No need for violence, Agent Romanoff. That's probably not going to work out. For anyone.
But that definitely sounds like Mark Ruffalo.
What? What is it?
We need to go. Now.
Someone would have to bring their A++ game to kill the Hulk. I love how the Watcher is just like there
Coffee run.
in the sky.
Needed a breather. Got you a double macchiato. Just how you like it.
Ah, Coulson, we love you.
What the?
It's Magneto! I would give anything for that to be true.
Whatever it is, it came with bogeys.
They look like they're from Earth?
Maybe Middle Earth?
I can never say the name of the Asgardian warriors. Einarharger or something like that.
That one was on purpose.
Could have been.
I am Loki, Crown Prince of Asgard, the rightful king of Jotunheim, and
Wow, he actually claims it in
God
this universe.
mischief. You're gonna take that. I'm in the middle of something here.
It's awesome.
I'm a little busy here, Widow.
Oh, good. We'll start a support group. I've got General Ross, a dozen snipers, and a few tanks. What are you dealing with?
Space Vikings.
Show off.
Space Vikings. Accurate.
I have Bruce Banner in my custody. You need to stand
How on
down.
earth can they hear you?
Agent Romanoff, I think you might be better off getting out of here.
Which is why I have to ask, what's in the box?
Such insolence will not be tolerated.
What's in the box?
Retribution.
Take it down!
I don't think ducking would actually help when you're dealing with the cascade of ancient winters. The surrounding air should also get so cold that it wouldn't matter. Though, as discussed in another video, exposure time matters. So,
There's
you'd probably
nothing you
actually
can
be
do.
okay now that I think about it.
He'll listen to me!
The general isn't the one who started this.
Then who did?
Whoa.
No, Bruce. But he can't die. He can't die.
Guys, I'm beginning to think Kang is actually secretly behind things, and that this is What If has a through line.
Declaring war on this planet will not bring your prince back!
Wait. He's not wrong. The Allfather would want us to listen.
That sounds like Jamie Alexander.
I promise, when I find your brother's killer, you will have your pound of flesh.
What a fascinating choice of words. But I shall require the entire corpse. You have until the next rise of Midgard's sun to deliver my brother's assassin, or I will reduce this planet to ash and ice.
It's kind of interesting how loyal Loki appears to be in this one. Granted, he was always loyal to Asgard itself.
I'm not telling you my password, Romanoff.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
Coulson. Clint was your friend too.
It's got something to do with Captain America, and it's embarrassing.
Hashtag Steve. I heart Steve. 0704.
Wow. Good one, Coulson.
Coulson, we love you. We miss you so much. It's kind of funny that the Avenger who on paper would be one of the easiest ones to kill is the one who's lasting longer than everybody right now.
Why? Why did you say that?
You won't win. Not against me. Not against S.H.I.E.L.D.
This feels so much like the comic books because, unlike the movies, they are not afraid to be brutal in this. That's one thing that's been missing from the comics, is even the ones that weren't R-rated type stories or whatever, people died all the time, people got hurt really badly all the time. Comics are way darker than most people seem to realize.
Sir, I understand that this Prince Loki situation is the very reason you proposed the Avengers Initiative. For a group of remarkable individuals to fight the battles we can't.
I wrote the speech.
There's still
I know
one
how it
name
goes.
left, sir. Yours.
I'm not the only Avenger left.
Oh, Captain Marvel.
What? Is that a beeper? From the 90s?
Also our last hope. Hope. It's all about hope.
Where are you going?
Part of me
Not
is
sure.
weirdly hoping this has
Either
to
make a
do
pact
with Hope
with a
Summers
god
and the
or
X-Men
deal
are about to
with the
come into
devil.
it. Oh, deal with the devil! Mephisto confirmed! Everything's Mephisto.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thor's Day. How fitting. Oh, that Hope. I forgot all about her.
If it isn't Hank Pym.
The balls you have to come here and and stand over her grave.
Oh, don't worry about her. I doubt she'd mind, considering she's dead.
She died because S.H.I.E.L.D. killed her.
It was Hank? I didn't even think about Hank. He definitely could have done it, yeah.
You took everything from me. I wanted you to hurt.
It's interesting, he's basically Yellow Jacket now.
Ever worked for, fought for, hoped for, die.
And what of Thor, Prince of Asgard?
Goldilocks? You would have recruited him in a heartbeat.
You murdered him because you could?
His death was a favor. Yours will be a triumph.
That was actually pretty cool. I guess if you know how to fight against someone like him, you can do it.
You never cared about Hope.
I don't give a damn about any of them.
This is Loki. Using an illusion spell. He's way too strong, way too fast.
Stop moving!
Yep.
What are you doing here? What's your... It's like you're everywhere. What's with the goth kid?
Hello. Trickster God. Hi.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is people. People willing to give their lives for something greater than themselves. To save the world from men like you. Agent Hope Van Dyne understood that, and she will never be forgotten.
Then you honor her.
Then honor her.
I was thinking I might extend my stay here on Midgard.
For how long?
Loki, King of Space.
The nations of Earth have put aside their differences and united under my command. It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjugation. The bright lure of freedom hobbles you, diminishes your life's joy. You were made.
Is Odin dead in this reality?
So I have come.
Because he would not allow this.
To help you fulfill your destiny.
The Avengers were always meant to be more than a team. They were an idea.
They have icons for their
humanity's need.
Caskets.
To believe that in our darkest hour, we will find our heroes.
What, did he take notes from Batman v Superman's Lex Luthor?
As in every other, hope never dies.
Hey, still got one.
As long as someone keeps their good eye on the bigger picture.
Welcome back, Captain.
So,
2.
Where's the fight?
So the Avengers get off to a really overpowered start in this reality. They even gave the in-credits music and Avengers-like kind of tone. I like that. Well, that was episode 3 of What If, and another fascinating exploration of the possibilities that little changes can make in a timeline. In this one, we saw, interestingly enough, a more comic book accurate version of Hank Pym. Because in the comics, Hank was deeply troubled. He was an alcoholic. He was an abusive husband. You know, he was a hero, but he was just a very deeply flawed human being with a lot of negative to go along with his hero side. And it was really interesting seeing that here. I didn't check the credits, but that definitely sounded like Michael Douglas reprising his role as Hank, which is cool. I love that the series is able to get so many of its actors to come back to do these voiceover roles. You have a lot of people who would treat voiceover work as being beneath them, or, you know, something that shouldn't be included in their regular contracts. And so it's really cool that they're able to get these people to come back. It speaks volumes to, you know, how most of them really enjoy these characters. They enjoy working with Marvel, and they, you know, like any real actor should, in my opinion, look for opportunities to have a little fun, to go outside of their typical wheelhouse. And so, yeah, it's great. It's providing lots of great entertainment for us. I really thought we were starting to build on some sort of through line, though. I wasn't expecting Hank, which is great because it surprised me. But I had started to believe that we were looking at a situation where Kang was maybe starting to go through the multiverse and eliminate different versions of the Avengers. Because the Avengers, you know, are some of his greatest threats in any particular universe. Them and the Fantastic Four, pretty much, are the only people who really stand much of a chance against him, usually. It was really interesting seeing how different Loki was. And I'm not... See, this is one of the things, because like we got this with the previous episode, too. What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Where there are certain things that are also different that don't seem directly related to what is presented as the primary distinguishing factor for that particular universe. In this one, of course, the primary distinguishing factor was Hope died on a mission for S.H.I.E.L.D. and her father went off the rails. Which means actually that there were previous defining moments too, because Hope wasn't ever working for S.H.I.E.L.D., if I recall correctly, in the mainline MCU. So some point much further back in the timeline of this particular universe, it was the decision that actually changed everything. It's curious because you wouldn't expect a decision that happened on Earth to affect, at least, you know, way in the past, to affect the political situation and the emotional development and everything of Thor and Loki on Asgard thousands of light years away. That's always an interesting element of these stories, is that not everything that's different has a direct, immediately reconcilable causal link to what we know of as the primary decision that changed that particular reality. I kind of wish we could get some insight into some of the other things, that changed because of the ripple effects, so that we can make sense of all the things that are different. Another thing that was cool was that it showed that someone like Hank, who's smart enough to essentially be like Batman, in DC. In DC, Batman basically has contingency plans to take down every hero. He analyzes their weaknesses and their strengths. He comes up with specific plans to take them out if necessary. And it makes sense that someone who's smart enough and has enough experience with science and engineering and all these things could take a look at all these different people, like Hulk, for instance, being the big one here, and figure out, if I needed to kill this indestructible man, how could I do it? And I also like, actually, that the way he did it was a bit of a riff, a less disgusting riff, but still a riff nonetheless, on the old internet meme of how Ant-Man could defeat Thanos by just going up in his butt and then expanding back to normal size.
Gross. Tell me more.
I really like that they basically just use the idea of, we'll just make a part of his anatomy enlarge, in this case his heart, to the point where it destroys the rest of him. It's a brilliant plan. I'm not really sure if it would work on comic book Hulk, but it's something to think about. It might work, because you're kind of almost doing the same thing with how they destroyed the Tesseract in the Avengers movie, or not the Tesseract, but the portal, where the whole idea that Selvig had, where, something can't defend against itself. So it was Hulk's own heart, which is as indestructible as the rest of him, expanding into his body. So yeah, I guess it makes sense in a way. I also don't understand, though, how Loki was still inspired to take over Earth, and how Odin allowed it, because this implies pretty heavily that Odin must not be alive, which I guess the show was basically saying anyway, because if Odin had been alive, you would have expected him to have been leading the forces that came to Earth to take vengeance for Thor's death. So I guess in this reality, either Loki did not prevent Laufey from killing Odin on his while he was doing the Odin sleep, or killed him himself or something. I don't know. I mean, that, again, I really wish we could get some sort of like little almost behind the scenes thing to kind of tell us about some of the other things that changed. Anyway, another great episode. I'm having so much fun with these. It's always great to do these, like, what if kind of concepts, like when you're just sitting here and theorizing about, oh, well, what if this changed? What if that changed? Fantastic. It reminds me of being a kid. This is one of the series they've done that has brought me back to the experience of reading comic books more than a lot of them. I mean, I love them all, and it's great seeing, you know, these characters come to life and everything, but the whole sitting there reading these books and theorizing about what could change was something that I've missed, and I didn't really realize how much I missed it until this series came out. So again, bravo, Marvel. I'm loving these so much. And let me know what you guys thought of this episode and the previous episodes even in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll hopefully see you for the next one. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.